yata dingel nga zo chinson de ane kawale de sena ane zo ta sache chimbo shi lor sache chimbo lonchi tsawa shi ni tembi tsa sena ane tene lo chita ju tsirma ni le ane tombo de la ane tanche ngo la chita shawa tong tanso sa chita shawa roma ni se o ta tanche ngo la chita shawa roma tene ro de go res.
So as to the outline of the teachings, so we are up to we have been discussing on this the main outlines, which is the how like after developing certainty about the path, the explanation of how to purify the mind on the stages of the path. So under that, so there are, of course, there's a two subheading: how to serve your spiritual teacher as the root of the path, and how to purify the mind in stages. And so of these two, so we the first one, how to relating to spiritual master as the root of the path. So there are under that there's a two subheadings, which is to the actual meditation session, and then the what we do in the break between sessions. So, but we are talking about the first one, the actual meditation sessions.
요와스디 니지 응엘다 자진하고나지 아니 든릴 기시시고요 대변한 것을 내가 지디살 내가 니지 제바들라 닐 자디치고도 와 텔라니 로르뇨스 레와라 닐라 아니 자디 가르치고요 레스네 이 요와티 든릴 기시시고요 레스.
So the actual meditation session, so which is explained under these three subheading, which is the first is the preparations, and then you got the actual practice, and then conclusions. So so of these three, so we are at the moment on this the preparations of the actual meditation sessions. So just as this is like a part where for example, if we are undertaking some task, and then the before we begin the task, and we need to know, or we need to do certain things which kind of prepare as a preparations, and so therefore this from the name of that section is called as a preparation. So what things that we need to do as a preparation or the prerequisite to prior to beginning the actual practice. So this preparation is very important, just as like how whether we will do well in the actual our task or not is really much depend on how well we prepare ourselves for the task. So therefore we have to understand that how well we do in the actual practice, actual session of the meditation practice is also to depends on the how well we prepare in the the preparation stage.
Ani ta tenzata yoatela yukanda ne yoe chitu tene sheyore. Tananga zo chi shenzo tene yoga samba. Ani te dewala le no chi dano chi dano jeto. Ni ta chi de shin. Ni shando senje ni ta. ne cheme je jetu nangi shawa singi diga saje ka tu le di ores.
So the preparations are for the actual practice. So is the elaborated under these 6 preparatory list of like preparatory practices, and so of these 6, so we finished the first 2, and now the third one, which is the sit properly on a comfortable seat in eightfold body posture of Vairochana Buddha, or in whatever manner is comfortable, and then the cultivate taking refuge, and the bodhicitta and 4 immeasurables.
Teon ta tika ni shandro shipi ka de ore. Ten za ne ta ninget ne ngazo ne shandro la ne lama la shasan ro ta so jela shasan ro chila shasan ro gendla shasan ro jignu ne la dombo sate ne she sansawre ta gendla shasan ro ka sala ne ta mino kandes she kuime ne tika tu tere de ores.
So relating to this, the third preparatory practice, so we have been talking about now about taking a refuge in 3 jewels, and the last week teaching, so we finished the taking explanations on the on taking refuge in Guru, Buddha, and Dharma, and now we continue with taking refuge in the Sangha.
Ta teo ta ndingel shepa no jire ne soso gendo jin nonkala ne tan to hachun totro maimba ne hachun matro maimba tani jimji jila ne ta ngot chetsa wila maimba la ne nombate ne ta temba she chatawache teo tongsa ge chi roji che ne di ta kwata lama ye to suji juse chujung la sope ga ne kone ye tingi chi ne mi pa che go res.
So in taking refuge in Sangha, so we must also visualize like in the space in front of us, and is a throne, which whose height is not that high or not too low. So in the right height, and so you upon the throne, so it's seated the one's own like a root guru in reality or in nature, but in the aspect of Shakyamuni Buddha, historical Buddha, and whose image is very vivid, very clear in the form of like the radiant lights, and lost him. And then surrounded the Buddhas are all the direct in the lineage, lineage gurus, and the deities, Buddhas, bodhisattvas, and so forth.
Ane teneta gendala shasan ro ne ka inza ane da gendala shasan ro shasan chesene kane tumuje tene tikas mi pa karsena ta doshu ne swimbe ne ta shonju semba nyenti rujala supata ne ho shu ne swimbe ne powodu kando chishula supi ne genda kenchu no che ne ta ki chane ne chila geze ne dasar geze tuche pate pa ne ane roje seche tuche che lisen la shupe tuma membane supi dida taso nyamba che ko res.
So in here, so we can repeat these prayer for taking refuge in Sangha. That is why I take refuge in the Sangha. At least 3 times, and then along to go with these the prayers, then we imagine the stream of the multicolor nectars and the lights coming forth from primarily from the and among these refuge objects, the assemblies of the refuge objects. So the hearers and solitary realizers so the Buddhas, the hearers and solitary realizers, bodhisattvas, who are who are associated with one's the sutrayanas, and as well as included in that as the Sangha refuge objects, and they are also from the we have you should think of the heroes, heroines, or dakas, and the Dharma protectors and so forth, which are on the associated with the tantric practice. So these streams of the nectar lights then the goes into the oneself, yourself, and the and all the other sentient beings, in the minds, in the body of yourself, and all other sentient beings, and how in that way all your negativities and obscuration get purified, and while you and receiving the blessings from these the refuge Sangha refuge objects.
ane chewa tayo ta nga zo pope genda la kawa tangye pata ane genda ji yen she pata ane genda ji shat ndewe kontro pa la so pe ndona genda la tipi ga dito toche ne ta tsendel so manao ne tsenga manao so ta so yewan ta che ta shewal chome pa inza ane te inza ane tni dipa toche to so nya ba ji che ko res.
And then when we think of the purifying the negativities, by receiving these the nectar light blessings, so we should think of the negativities we accumulated, since beginningless time, and here the particularly the negativities which is associated with the Sangha refuge objects, such as the any way that we denigrate the Sanghas, like criticizing Sanghas, or we cause the a schism or the divisions in the Sangha communities, and so forth. So we focusing on those any such particular negativities associated with Sanghas, we should think that it's been purified.
That indeed did ma tone so si lida lida be tungsa ge chi roji chen da chesu tongpa shegonoji ani tni ge chi roji che chi chesu so pa da 대용 네 수식의 제도 세노 르도 이 대토지 비야 시부지야 예수소서는 것이 아니 제와다요네 다 겐드게 주고 실라 도지 로지 세제 도지를 주네 겐드게 주고 샤고 ts소 냠바지 제거레스.
And having purified all these ones, the negativities and obscurations, and then this makes or transforms our body and the body of all other sentient beings, very pure and clear, like a crystal clear glass, and then transforming the body into the form of clear, clear like a light, radiant light, and then also there's also the benefit of receiving like a longevities and the increase merit, knowledge, and the realization, and so forth.
Tanga zum bobe genda la kawa ta pa singita. Genda ji yen she pa se ma. No genda ji shat ndebe gontu pa singita yezo. Ta genda singita kar se ko se na. Genda singita ra ne bobe genda singdo. So ji genda singki ni yores.
So if you want to know here, first of all, what does mean by Sangha? So which in English sometimes we call it like the virtuous being or a spiritual communities. So which can be Sangha can be there can be two types of Sangha who are like a superior beings, or just the individual or a common superior Sangha, or a common or an individual Sanghas. There can be two types also.
Ane ta pope genda singete kare sigara na tuninge su to nge kuzo shawo inada chawa inada ane tuninge su to sambika kuzo sumala ne pope genda sene yores.
So so superior sanghas are those sanghas, who can be both ordained Mangonan, or even a lay persons who have who possess the direct realization of emptiness.
Ta soji genda singete ne gelun nondo je yenchela. Gelun nondo je yenchela ne jirela ne ta genda rega. Ne tichene ne tin ro resro.
And then the term individual or a common Sangha, or term common Sangha is the ascribed to a member, to a minimum of the four members of qualified like a Sangha.
Chechanga ne ta genda la kawata sitisala ne ta genda ne gelun nondo je yenchela ne ta katong sekrawata she tnizo chiu je dewaina ne genda la kawata ban ro yores.
So just to emphasize or to specify here that when we when we say the take refuge in the Sangha, so in this context the Sangha refer to the minimum of the four members, four sanghas, and so therefore this here when we talk about in terms of the negativities that we create in association with the sanghas, so such as the negativity of causing a division in the sanghas, or schism in the sangha. So we now know that the number in order to commit these negativities, so there should be a minimum of number of four sanghas.
Cheon ta nga zo tini nonji kon ro ajil kare yorsena nini pena gyangmu chi ga ne duchon ro mo bu chewa ina 아니 될 때는 다 진짜 그런 gemba 인한다 저거니 자와 차송 인한다 아니 저 간가 차술 니까 왔다 되겠더니 용도가 아니 자와 저요 말이 라야더니 아니 gemba 티가 자와 차소요 말이 라야더니 맞거든요 저저 용도 왔다 뭐지 뭐라 셰 저르디 쳐봐다 아니 된디 차송을 된디 셰자야 되는 용도 대인자 아니 저저서 맞지나 아니 뭐지 디가 제제네 겐들 아니 거왔다 봐도고요 그래서
So we should take a special note here that how that if sometime we on the base of some the fault that we see in a particular like a ordained like a bhikshus or ordained monk or nun, and based on that, and then we would also criticize or see all the other sangha, other ordained person also as having the same fault, such as we would presume that all the other monks or nuns where this particular sangha belong to, so they will see as if they all also have the same fault, and so if so this will constitute, if we know it will constitute then the accumulating of the act of negativities towards the sanghas also.
genota signa kaisana tawa ngaso tela shenge tel shejenan digo resroa tel tene ni rusoso hama konga ani ta chi dig jalo yedenge mobo ani ta jiskru suso gemba da tani sopatinala a jejena yaboyo resroa.
So I mean, we not one may want to if one see a fault in a particular a monk like a bhikshus, you can correct that fault, or you can make complaint or criticize mention about that fault. So therefore, but however, it is wrong, and also it can then can become a very serious negativities, then that you can also criticizing or assuming that all the other the bhikshus who are associated with that bhikshu, like from his own bhikshus in his own monasteries, all have the same fault. So that is something that we need to be very careful about.
아니 겐다지 예시 바싱에테 가르치고르세나 다 단다 소실 시와이나 아니 파출 게노노도 지체 저절 게노노도 지체 다 디파라텔라 아니 다 주시 손에 바지 게제시네 고조티 바 다이에 세그로 예 텔라테네 고조다 마정에테네 레소나 아니 다 겐다지 예시 바시고레스.
So the other one, so you can denigrating or criticizing the sanghas, and then there's a act of the causing a schism or a divisions in the sangha. So which is if you really which means like you slandering, the act, creating an act of slandering, and as a result, and then you cause you cause the divisions between, say, if there's one sanghas, against the another group of sanghas.
아니 대선바테는 대외샤도 건투파스다 겐드치다 건투파세고르다 그래서나니 페나 지도지가 겐들질라니 당게나 special na chimbo pu ya na chiro tani mo boki pe ko mari ni pin re se ya tani ta ya ji gemba chunchu gemba ila ya pu di sala ne gemba del pu ko mari pashu del pu ko la tani del pi ma cha tani zo de wa ina ne genda chi ko ru pa se ro ta di genda che ta kalo to tani ru wa se ne ane de la unya pa chimbo tsu ga res.
And this also the mention of the another the action which can negative action associated with the sanghas, which means like causing disadvantage to one to sanghas. So which for example, if one if there's some the benefactors who like you're discouraging certain benefactor to reduce the amount of offering to the sanghas, or to instead of the benefactors going ahead with wherever the monastery or the community, sangha community that he is making offerings, and you encourage or you give advice to give to a different sanghas. So these kind of the commitment of such actions, so it can be also considered as this act of causing some disadvantages to the to sanghas.
Ta ti che nga so lama la cha so suje la cha so ji la cha so gen la cha so re ga ne shandu che ti sala ne mi no do ne ta to ka lo ne so so mana te res ba.
So we have now the cover or the taking refuge in each one of these of the gurus, of the lamas and the Buddhas and the Dharma and the Sanghas.
Ta dino la ne lor dino nga so ka so pa lor dino la kar su jo de na ya jini ta tindi re ka na mi no tni je wo so ma ta na ya ani mi no do di ji so zla ya ni ji su jo des.
So we can take a refuge, by in the three jewels, like one by one, and also as well as in here we will find some short versions of taking refuge in all three together, three objects of refuge together.
Teo kane su yon de sanane suji chi don su chi chono la chonju pat don na sha sa cha sene chi ni tni gen de ne ngo ne tni je ne ni nga ne ta di ngela ne suji nga zo ila te ngot che cha la mai bala no ma sha che ta wala su pe ni ko do che pa ne nga zo ti mi de ne ji zune ta de le ni de ching ge che tu che pa ane roje se cheto che gelu la shipe ta nga zong ma te no jire ane dide to chewa da ne kenchu sala tempi ke dide to che to ne ne li tu sa ge che roje che ta che ne se tu se no lu tu su to che pe chewa to kenchu san ji chala ji ne roje se cheto che la li se la shi de kenchu san ji sha ul so so nyam ba ji de ni ge shan ron do di ji che sa res.
So so if for the short or the condensed the refuge practice, then we say this the first two lines of the refuge prayers, which is that to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, or this supreme gathering. So I take a refuge until achieving complete enlightenment. So you repeat these lines the number of time, and then along with this, then you imagining the like a stream of like a color, nectar and light coming forth, and which goes into the mind, the mind and body of yourself and of all other sentient beings, and then these as a benefits. So this purified or purifying all the negativities and obscurations which accumulated since beginning last time, and particularly those which are associated with the three refuge objects, and then the thinking of as the having purified the mind and body of yourself and all other sentient beings, then they turn body and mind, then turn into the form of light, which is very clear and pure, and then increasing the lifespans, increasing merit and your knowledge and the realizations, and then just to cultivate this sense of that you receive the protections or the refuge of the three jewels.
Tangatoti Nila Shandro Jepaju Share, and a Dipaju Tanashe, Srava, and a Teza Shetawinza, and a Tati Nishet Sheba Nojicine, Suzo ta Lola Kande Tawanduna, Taniji Gona, Dipa Gona, Jepa Gona, Nikama Kashiji, Mazugamaja, Nasrava.
So we went through the detailed meditations of taking refuge in three jewels, as well as the more like a condensed practice of taking refuge. So what we'll do now is you can choose either of them, whether very detailed or the condensed way, and for next maybe together we would do this meditation for a few minutes. Thank you.
Lama yi dong la supa gom tele ni datsi ma jang pa sedi chala ni ya tele datsi la supa te ani tipa jawa no ji ma imba ani pi lumba ji ne be chimbo ji luwa no ji so song ko to ne ma ani datsi ro ji tani ji lu so song pa che na ani so si le pu tin ka di la supa ma pi so ta so la ma to shi chia na tani yo re se ne lama kuma tani so mo dos
so as to the this nectar, purifying the negativities and obscurations. So the master, the early masters, recommend that we should think of the way the nectar and the lights comes enter into one, is not like the dripping of this nectar, like a nectar or the light drop by drop. So rather, it's like a gush of water, just forcefully coming in, and this way it's saying that it's kind of more effective in terms of the cleansings or getting rid of all the negativities and observations. So just in our imagination or in our experience, when we think of a drop dripping on us, and it's like a very we get very kind of slow motion, slow process. We get like a wetted, and whereas if you think of like a strong force, like the stream of water, pouring down or coming into us, then it's become very forceful, and therefore the stream becomes very forceful. So therefore it seems more kind of powerful in getting rid of these negativities.
당아주디 사체 선바티 카투텔 아니 린둘루다 아니 tombokal모치네 린둘루체 아니 다샹로체 아니 세셰체 아니 체메체 고하트니 도아 대인자다 린둘루도 kal모치 바다 아니 다샹로선테 다 로차레다 세셰골레 무드스.
So in this the third preparatory practice, so there are few few parts or the few elements that are there. So like there's the element or there are sections which to of like the relating to our sitting, choosing the right postures, and then relating to cultivating the motivations, and then taking refuge. So which we finish all that, and then the next two are cultivating a bodhicitta mind, and then the four immeasurables also.
Tangi Shandri Kas Shaino, ni Susu Satanandi, Samatanayo, ni Susu Sono da Gomjadisala, Demba Nida, Demba Jela Soba, ni Sono Yune Tenezona, ni Chicken to Sengi Loyal Chayungorova, Chicken to Loyal and Chayzela, Chicken to Lodge Denjuni, Gendakin to Sengi Loyal Chayungore. Data will get the kitchen light, Lord Chari, get the kitchen table, Rambaji, the Rone, Put on Tashine, Tani, Suji Kitchu, 아니 손을 네 개조 생각을 해 있다가 드니 요래서는 구사조간에 러른 준비 가서 드니 시에도 들어와서 드니 수요도 델레자레 네 주설라 롤이야 보지 주서대야 보이 샤소는 뒤에 델라 네 대화도 네 이치다 뒤톤에 네 샹로 지지딜라 소파테나 우리 거래서
and as part of the taking refuge in three jewels, so there's also His Holiness Dalai Lama also, instructed in his the teaching on the middling exposition of the stage of the path. So where he said that we can also include the meditation on like the true truth or Four Noble Truth. And both of these meditating on these two or the four truths. So these are the constitute of really the taking refuge in Dharma, and in the sense they are the causes to internalize, to the cultivated Dharma within ourselves, and therefore this also indicates that through the cultivation of the Dharma, so we can also which will also then result us to become or to achieve to become a sanghas. So therefore, it also indicates you can also get the understandings of the what the sangha is, how we can is, and then through we can also then see through our this development of our the Dharma as a internal realization, and then how eventually when it's fully developed, then we can reach to the complete enlightenment, and so therefore we become a Buddhas. So therefore that's also we can also include this kind of meditation in our as part of the refuge, taking refuge in three jewels, and also it also help us to develop more faith and the like a believing faith or the convictions in all the qualities of these three jewels.
On that, ne se shet kanrisena ne dog is suji senochi no la pece sujin ropa shoes ne dnido dniga canetende ne jimbale shuata ne sundele shuata ne zewa gombale shuala supita titendo shuala supi give wala tene dog seje toche tene nyawa nyata seje toche tenda nyawa nyata yuto ba zupi suji kumburu mochi toba shuji nyamba tela ne membe sense ne shonjuji sala membe se non jupe se ni e benune membe se ne shes se shes insares.
So next we go to the how to generate the bodhicitta mind. So for this, we can repeat the last two lines of the prayer for taking refuge. So which is the prayer which says by the practice of giving and so forth, may I achieve complete enlightenment to benefit all sentient beings, and so as the instructed in this two line, in the meaning of these two lines, so we have to think of we have to the thing of utilizing all the virtues, the root of virtues that we create through our practice of engaging in like the practice of giving or the moral ethics and so forth. So so think of these as a cause to quickly achieving the complete enlightenment for the sake of all sentient beings. So we should cultivate, generate such thought of achieving complete enlightenment through our practice of giving and so forth. So this is the way it's called as a way of like a generating of the two types of bodhicittas. So this is generating the wishing bodhicittas.
Yāni dāgi māsi jē tō chē ki tēnā nyāwā yung tōpa dzūpa sūjē chī kumbhuru māsi tēne chū tōpa shā tē chē tā jinsū pāshī chū tō nē dāwēngi pō chē lā sūpa jāsī chī chē wā tā tō lā nē tsā chī lā pā shā wō nyā mbā tē lā nē nyū pā sē chē sē kāndō sā rā wā.
So in the wishing, in generating wishing bodhicittas, so we think of the we wish that all these the virtues of our practice of the virtues that we have accumulated through practice of giving and so forth to as a cause to achieve complete enlightenment, and then to think that through engaging, then to think that in order to achieve the complete enlightenment, then think of or resolving oneself to engaging in this the practice of like giving and so forth of six perfection, and then the four means of gatherings. So when you resolve yourself to engaging this practice, so then this is the way we generate the engaging bodhicittas.
대응다 ngazote jimbalaso parod shimba tru singide ta moje ha ko yorwa ta dewengi pojisena karsigo orsena dewengi pojisena ne jimbada nyemba mawa ne de shiba sene ne jejogo jimba tong singide nyemba mawa site ta ngazo karla gore te korog dewa noji ji madeji 코치 로고 약체. 다데 만데시 제전은 되고. 아니 짐바세네 짐발라서 바로 심바 스테 두고는 짐바테 다가노지 소식이 짐바. 베나 뭐치 시다치서 치 대화 명예들이나 아니 대 냐라 소식이라 주빈고네 짐바체. 아니 코로나 소식 용주. 지 용자래 코로나 대화 노지 냠바마스네. 코로나 대화 노지 치나고들이 시 아니 대시 아니 선발라 대시바 세이들에 아니 지네 아니 코라고 달로 텐선하다 아니 지긋들이 좋아라 조에나 텐선하다 좀 매와지네 골치 용도 봐시 아니 여와 대시에 봐서래 아니 다 딘디가 시에저기 치더니 아니 고녀래잖아 럼바지다 아니 제주야더니 레스러와 대시에 봐생기대 대빈이 보자 손주스 못 타게 받지네
So in generating the engaging bodhicitta, so we say that we will engage, we will commit ourselves to to engage in this the practice of 6 perfections, and then, as I said before, the 4 means of gathering disciples. So all this practice in order to achieve complete enlightenment for the sake of all sentient beings. So the 4 means of gathering, which is the Bodhisattva practice of giving, and which is a way to giving, like a material aid, giving gift to others. So this is a way to gather, bring other beings to us, come closer to them, and developing closer relationship with them, and then there is a pleasant speech. So that's first means of gathering, giving, and then there's a pleasant speech, then which is another way where after they come close to you, then you the bodhisattvas, or they speak to them in a way, in the manner that is echoed with that person's, and make them something very pleasing to them, and then there is the making them, the understand the meaning, put them, cause them to put into practice, applying what you said, what you have taught to them, to the other, cause them to put that into practice, then to giving advice or giving teachings, which will help actually understand, to overcome their confusion, overcome the doubt that they have in the Dharma and so forth, and then also the practicings. Not only they give the advice to others, but then the practicing practicing yourself, what you teach to others. So these are the 4 means of gatherings.
Chita tatani shunjuji senshi wala tene ta tingel ye lama tawimbu chi ganshe yorwa ti gomba tele ni tawimbu runde nibashi ma chele susigil pole ma thane ani ta tani lama tawimbu te ngago nyombi ni ngajaji chewa ina ani tendi chewa che yore sene tani sungudus.
So you generate this both the wishing and the engaging bodhicittas, and then you can imagine that from the Guru Buddha, which you have visualized in front of you. So you visualize that, then the eminent like a replica of that, the Guru Buddhas, and which then is then dissolved into or merge with yourself, and so therefore you arise yourself as a Guru Buddha, and then at that point it is you can also it is also instructed that you should cultivate a sense of pride, that of being in yourself in that state of Guru Buddha.
Ani ya di kala ne shine tso tne gomba ina ani ta shine katutele de na susu maleta o maimba ronya toyumbo sawa tinye la mine ani shine gona ina ani te unti yore sene tne sungdes
khazalo shine
shine taruni tuyum busa de yorwa ta tikasala so shine gamba ina tuyum butinila runi tuyum busa tinila mine ne shine gamba ina yo digi yorese mudasrwa.
So so this generating this sense of pride of oneself being in that state of Guru Buddha, so is said that is said to be a very auspicious, cause of dependent arising for oneself, and then then after that, it is said that if or in here, so it is said that if you are meditating, if you are meditating on the if you're going to meditate, if you are intending to engage in the meditation of to arise or to cultivate the single pointed concentration or the samadha meditation, then at this point, then you can use that the object of the Guru Buddha as the object to cultivate or and develop the calm abiding or the single pointed meditative concentrations.
제상아 안에 다 니가 소녀 투용불에 다 건데자 데레 투용불에 클레게젠티 네 소식은 타분에 그 세제 토제라 네 예제때 분에 네 세제 통제 전에 투용 공부를 계속 하면은 가와잖아 야 보여 레스와
and then the sins here you yourself have arise in the state of the Guru Buddhas, so then you should think of then the ascending forth or emanating a rays of light from your body to to all the other sentient beings, all other sentient beings around yourself, and then the like yourself, then think of then the establishing all other sentient being in the state of Guru Buddha as well.
Ta wana dande shew chunga da rima shew ngedal ni sunji se shesde ane shegwi jinse karre sena ane tani jira topa shin duisrawa tani jinse karre sewaina ane ta shew chunga ane tsandra ta mageti bo tsandra suwa la supata ane shewon ringi gan daje la supa nyos lemba la ane ngela ni se ndi she towa ina ane ta tso kanga ya zupi suji chi ko bujal rota ya ga ane pe yores pena ngazo rungo tombo jin rogu ye na rumi ne komba jadi tsane yen rog so ni kilo jiwa ya po jiwa ina se shu date ya po yores ro te za ne ni gi che da ane ta chunji ni ma je nga se she se jun de se shu res ro.
So in the order of the LamRim, the guidelines or the LamRim practice. So the first we practice or we find out about the small stages, the stages of the path for the person of small scope, and then the middling scope, and then the great scope. And so, but in here, so we find about this the bodhicitta, for example, the cultivating the bodhicittas, even even the prior to beginning the practice, the following the guideline or the practice of the stages of the even the person of small scope, And so therefore there's all the middle scopes. Also therefore if there's a question arise, why on the bodhicitta's mind, which is really the spirit of the bodhisattvas, and which is really the main part of the practice related to the person of great scopes, why this is mentioned here, in here. So so this is just to show. This is just to show that we can transform all our practices, including the practices which are related to the person of small scopes, such as the engaging in 10 engaging in the practice of refraining from 10 non-virtuous actions, and likewise the practices which the primarily related to the person of middling scope, such as on Four Noble Truths. So all this practice can be transformed as a path to achieve the supreme enlightenments. So if I give you an examples, it's like if, for example, if you have to test yourself to climb, how high you can climb a mountain, the peak of the mountain, and then right from the bottom, in the bottom stage, if you aimed as high as possible, to climb, then that gives you more courage, more spirit to even, you got to actually to reach there. So you got to have that even from the bottom. When you're even beginning, or when you are in the bottom of the ground, in order to reach to the top.
당가도 디사제스 베팅걸 논셀라 논쿨라 니샨로 세제 세메지 제도능에서 샤와스네 아니 세메진 걸레레스와 다 디세제나 다 지저저는 요사리스 다 세메진 거텔 와 디지티스 시에데나 차사 말에 팅걸 저전 라사리스와.
So next is really on the four immeasurables. So I thought I'll leave it here because there is, if we go over that, it will take a long time, and so maybe it's better to start this in the next week.
Yes.
So, Geshe, there's a question about visualizing other sentient beings, as human or not human.
Semjen shen so samdan jorwa so kini takol said di kare mi number kom samdan gore an semjen riso
sama mi number mi kana jine apoyar sumudisra mi number jina.
Yeah, it is said, it is recommended that it's good to imagine all in the form of human.
Yeah,
it's in human. Thank you.